Hello, and welcome back to the Outer Worlds, where we are searching for the scientists who have been responsible for the Project Gorgon. And we have found one of them here at the Groundbreaker. And we will go search for another one at the Olympus Orbital space.
An unknown vessel is approaching our ship. Their intentions are currently indeterminate. Once I deduce their intentions, I will play one of two audio signals. A cheerful fanfare if they are friendly, alarms if they are hostile.
Alright.
Their intentions are no longer unknown.
Okay. Are we under attack?
At precisely this moment, Captain? No. Within the next 60 to 90 seconds? Yes. The unknown vessel has deployed a boarding mechanism. They will attach themselves to our airlock and attempt boarding shortly. That sound indicates that a boarding mechanism has successfully attached to our airlock. Captain, I am pleased to inform you that we are currently in the process of being boarded.
You're not supposed to be pleased to tell me we're being boarded, Ada.
I have been programmed to simulate joy and excitement at the opportunity to test my limited defensive capabilities. Captain Hawthorne installed a lethal shock trap on our airlock in the event of an invasion. I am prepared to deploy this trap at a moment's notice.
Who are these people and what do they want?
The invading ship appears to be a decommissioned storage vessel. The crew are either pirates or freelancers. My opinion of their competence is low.
How did they find us?
Their ship is using a tracking device too sophisticated for their primitive astrogator. I conclude they are receiving outside assistance. If you prefer to make an escape, I can disable their boarding mechanism. However, as long as that tracking device remains on board their ship, they will be able to find us again.
I'll go deal with them myself.
Understood, Captain. I will be deploying the Unreliable's lethal deterrence system. Please approach the airlock and enjoy the show. Now initiating war working protocol.
Nice. Can she do that again?
Transition to invading ship. Yeah, I think we'll continue with this loadout for now. Oof!
Looks like our opponent knows how to play defense. All right, freebooters, fall back and regroup.
Felix, you have some tossball stick, don't you? Tossball stick 308. Okay, I have Mr. Zap on this thing. I might be able to put Mr. Zap on this thing as well. Coach Stilley's credentials. Okay.
Keep quiet. Never saw you coming. What was that?
Moves what?
You're a bus!
I'm sorry, I did not expect this. I mean, I read about this effect, so to a certain extent I did expect it, but then what the hell? It really does just like... Oh. Does any one of you have a shock cannon? So grenade launcher and a shotgun. Yeah, again, the same structure. Okay. They have a lot of Toss Ball memorabilia around. Can I sabotage their ship?
What's going on over there? I think I heard something.
Guess it was nothing.
You guess wrong. So who are these? Well, idiots for the lack of better word. And I would expect them to be related to the Grenade Launcher 3. That is good. I would expect them to be related to the current quest. Yeah. Eh? Wait, what? Oh, you had it. Oh, here you go then. I would still expect it to be related to my current quest, so to the Peril on Gorgon. Like a spread food. What the hell is that? Yeah, it's just trash. Couple of champion tossball sticks.
Nicely done.
I didn't notice originally that I need 4 mag picks for that. I would have probably then went to search for the Hall of Famer. It's mine now. Sounds unique. And it is unique. Two-handed melee. Combo attacks will push targets away. Do I want to give him a unique one? I need to think about it. Not ready to do it right away, that's for sure.
Impressive, as always.
I would have also expected some of these guys to have a crew card, but nope, I don't see it. Modify, there should be just the champion. This is equipped with Felix, right? This one. No, Mr. Zep. And now if I look at Felix, there is this one. Champion tossball stick with Mr. Zap 807. Take it. And why do you show this thing? I mean, for all I know, it's my science weapon. You don't actually have it, do you? Where is this guy? There is this guy. You don't have it, do you? Pickaxe.
Well done, Captain.
I think it was obsolete like Coach Stilley's tossball record unless these credentials are enough to give you access to the ship's cockpit. I would assume that this is the most suitable way to deal with him, not just like some you know, merciful shot in the back of the head. No, just like you push the guy to yourself.
You're an artist, Captain.
Why, thank you. And then you just slice him in half with some scientific thingamabob. Welcome, Coach Stilley. Please select an option. Well, definitely hack 40 deleted messages. Notice of discontinuation. From the Firefly Company Office of Clerical Oversight to the designated captain of this vessel, dear Sir and/or Madam, this is an automated message. Please be informed that the following services, amenities, and products divided by the Firefly Company have been discontinued and/or decommissioned. The Firefly Freebooters Tossball team and all properties related therein, and all Firefly Company storage and transport ships in development or currently spaceworthy, and all maintenance and repair services provided to Firefly Company vehicles, and all rations, medical rights, company uniforms, and designated domiciles belonging to Firefly Company. Please be informed that captaining a discontinued ship is strictly contrary to regulation and may be punishable with any or all of the following: punitive fees, mandatory re-education, imprisonment. Firefly Company will not provide relocation or employment assistance for any discontinued workers. Messages from error. From error. Your target is the Unreliable, a small, inconsequential ship with no significant defenses. Freelancer, owned and operated, captained by a two-bit smuggler who goes by Alex Hawthorne. Intercept the Unreliable, eliminate Hawthorne and any crew in your way. I've sent you an advance along with the tracking device for your astrogator. From Firefly Company office. To the Freebooters team coach and or her replacement. The Firefly Company is currently experiencing an exciting period of growth and change. We are happy to announce that 3 different companies, including but not limited to Space's Choice, are currently in the process of negotiating for ownership of Firefly Company's properties. As part of these negotiations, Firefly Company has agreed to dissolve its Freebooters Tosball property so as not to challenge, compete with, undermine, or in any way disrespect the Tosball teams owned and deployed by any company interested in acquiring us. So they did not acquire yet, but here we are. We are pleased to inform you that the Firefly Company has formally renounced its ownership of the Freebooters Tosball brand and all related properties. Furthermore, please be informed that all Tosball-related positions, including but not limited to players, coaches, maintenance, automechanical units, and laborers, are now formally dissolved. Please be reminded that your lifetime indenturement contracts have not been dissolved. Your labor and services remain the sole property of Firefly Company into perpetuity. Please be reminded that offering your services to a competitor is strictly contrary to colony law and may be punishable with arrest, imprisonment, mandatory re-education, and or a surprise audit. Furthermore, any independent contract work, also known as freelancing, is strictly contrary to the terms of your lifetime indenturement contract. Your positions have been discontinued as of the receipt of this message. Notices on following instructions. Team, there is a time for improvisation and a time for following instructions. Understanding the difference is more of an art than a science. If you find yourself thinking up a creative solution to a problem, ask yourself, what are some of the consequences of my solution? Am I behaving in a way consistent with the values of the freebooters? Let me give you a practical example. Say I asked one of you to repair the piping in my lavatory. I understand we've got a bit of a parts shortage here in Halcyon, so you might try to improvise, using a plasma rifle instead of a welding torch, for example, or tossball sticks instead of chisels. These are all terrible ideas. Why, you ask? If you think about it, the answer will be as obvious as the hole in my lavatory wall. On practice. Practice is important. The best tossball players devote every waking moment to the study of their craft. Scripture tells us our lives are defined by our role in society. Our role is to play tossball. We are never off the field because we never stop being tossball players. Some of you took this advice to heart. You are practicing your pitch and your swing in the commons. I don't have to remind you all of the incident involving a tossball and my entire case of Spectrum Red. Now I understand you're all eager to play. We haven't had a lot of matches since corporate scuppered at the team. But today I had to pry a tossball out of a shattered terminal. That terminal could have been our astrogator, and then I would have had to space the party responsible, in accordance with team regulations. Please don't force me into a position where I have to discipline you. I expect you all to behave in a manner consistent with freebooter values, which includes only destroying equipment while on board an enemy's ship. Yeah, I don't think you will be destroying my property, man. Hehe. I have 69 adrenas. Nice. I could have used the staircase. Right? Right. Pretty much sure someone wields a machine gun. Inventory logs. Open last entry. Firefly energy cells, Dosball team, vendor no longer exists, outpost no longer recognized, cargo discontinued, vessel decommissioned. Okay. Tracking device. Active, the unreliable, docked, remove device. Okay.
Welcome back, Captain. I understand you have resolved your differences with our former boarding party. Are you ready to depart?
Yep.
Understood, Captain. Resuming our course.
Does any one of you wield a machine gun? Oh, automag pistol, I think I saw one. Light machine gun with mag to power. Light machine gun. Oh, I also have a light machine gun. Okay. So I only need to find you mag to power. Yeah, I believe I can do that. Oh, hi Sam. Let's see. Mag to power. This was mag to zap. Magnum. Mag to power. And I can store this thing. These two I will probably recycle. Modify light machine gun Mark III. I need mag to power. Now it was Nioka. Light machine gun mag to power. Light machine gun Mark III. Yeah. Now what I will do is get rid of you, you, and you. Then I will probably store the remaining stuff. Again, I have an abundance of modifications. I don't know where they all come from. I have zero clue whatsoever. Pharmaceutical station. I don't know. Let's take Ellie. She's a doctor, right? Instead of Max.
Hey, anybody out there? We're not here to hurt you.
This does not look very promising, you know? I can pick it though. K. Maureen. The log. Day 0 to 110. Day 61. Sometimes we experience long power outages. Sitting in the dark, listening to the storm beat at the walls, I've got a lot of time to think. It begs to be let in, while I would pay to be let out. Days 111 to 150. 115. Why are there a bunch of tailless sprats running about? This facility don't have a sprat catcher on the roster. Maybe I should file a request with acquisitions for one. Teacup canids are famed for their ability to hunt sprats, after all, and for keeping people company. 117. No visitors. Can't finish my game of solitaire. Someone stole a handful of cards from the deck. 118. Desk unmanned. Unsuccessfully hunted for the missing cards. Day 151 to 250. Cagnet request was denied. We've run out of caffeinoid. Our first restocking shipment isn't set to arrive until the new fiscal year. I guess that delivery will mark the facility's first visitors. Now there's something to look forward to. Did some digging in the system records. It turns out our supplies are set to be delivered by, get this, a crew of automechanicals. Thought I heard knocking on the front door, but it turned out to be just some thunder. Always thunder. Funny how it can sound like so many different things. A boom, a crack, a snap, knocking, laughing, screams. Day 251. Present. I have started venturing outside. At first I worried something fierce about all the lightning strikes. Sometimes the electromechanical turbine goes on the fritz without warning. But I'm out of cards and out of caffeinoid and there is not much else to do. Turns out I no longer need to feel safe. What I need is to feel alive. Outside the wind howls like a raging god and the rain stabs into my throat like a thousand tiny frozen needles. And in that pain, well, I feel so very alive. My many and varied attempts to trigger an on-site inspection from the Special Committee for Auditing and Management scam have failed. Sometimes when I look over the ledge, I think what it would feel like, how easy it would be to simply tip forward, to plummet with all those clouds kissing my face, to fall away from the storm, to smile, then break. That's green.
Keep it together, Kelly.
We do have some automechanicals, but we also have Kelley right over here.
Just breathe, Kelly. Everything's gonna be alright.
Repeatedly buzz the intercom button. Sure.
Ah! Stop making that noise. They'll hear you. Who's out there?
I'm the captain of my own ship. Open up and I'll get you away from Olympus.
Really? I would be indebted to you for life. But how do I know I can believe you?
I have a very trustworthy face.
I'll have to come out to assess it myself. Hold on. I'm opening the door.
Let me just catch my breath. I swear, my heart's trying to punch its way out of my chest. Law, I'm so lucky you came along. I know it sounds crazy, but a little while back, I'd been gearing myself up to take a long walk off a short turbine platform. Then the security mechanicals broke out into a massacre, and I realized I really want to live. How can I help you help me get out of here?
Who are you?
I'm Kelly Marine, the receptionist. And before you ask, I wasn't manning the visitor's desk when the mechanicals went haywire, because no one comes here. Not ever. Not since all us station workers were dropped off at the start of the project a year ago.
Why are you working as a receptionist if no one ever comes here?
You're an odd one, aren't you? No respectable company operates without a receptionist. Project's on a yearly rotation cycle. Once a year, Auntie Cleo reviews our work and decides if we get more rations, personnel, deadlines, that sort of thing. At first, I thought it was an honor, getting assigned to a lab up in the ether high above Olympus. But I didn't know what it'd be like, day in and day out.
How did you not lose your mind?
I ask myself that question a lot, and then I realize I'm talking to myself. Cabin fever sets in at about 90 days. Auntie Cleo's official term is contagious irritable claustrophobia, and it ain't covered by the company's medical policy.
No way I can find Dr. Woe.
If I had to guess, you'd probably find his body either in his office or the labs. Or heck, he could have been on the toilet. I don't know. No bones about it, he was the smartest of us all. Maybe he evaded the automechs too.
Anything else you can tell me before I go?
Like what?
Why is everyone dead?
Pink slip protocol.
Ah. But why?
How should I know? I just monitor the front desk. Well, except for the last couple of days when I've been hiding out in here. If you work at Oops, you're doing research and development. If we're not researching or developing fast enough, the protocol's there to put the fear in us. Somebody messed up. When one of us makes a mistake, the whole facility pays for it. I know it sounds harsh, but it was in our contracts and everything.
Couple of days. It's the interesting timeline. Is it related to my investigation into Gorgon? The place is called Oops.
Yep. Olympus Orbital Pharmaceutical Station. Auntie Cleo's naming and branding department's the best in Halcyon.
What did you mean about taking a walk off a turbine platform?
Just a feeling I got. Every day was the same as every other day. I felt like I was stuck in a circle, you know? Started imagining what it'd be like to break that circle. Station goes in a circle around the planet, so what if I just dropped off the edge? But after what I've seen, after what happened, I don't want that anymore. I want to live.
What's the purpose of this facility? What are you making?
I'm not making anything. The research team, they were brewing up some improvement to Auntie Cleo's anthracillin. Science stuff isn't really my area, though, so I don't know more than that.
I've got a ship. Need a lift out of here?
Do I ever? Drop me off on the groundbreaker and I'll be out of your hair in no time.
Go ahead.
Oh, thank you so much. I'll just hide in a crate or something. You won't even know I was there. Here, this is my official laboratory headgear. I won't be needing it anymore, so it's all yours.
Thanks. Self-stability monogear. Unique one. Bonus to extra headshot weak spot damage plus 25%. Well, it actually gives me a better attack than the Hemlock's eye patch. Maybe I will be wearing this one. It looks relatively badass.
You think it's supposed to shake like that?
What are we talking about?
Ooh, what you find? I can take a hint.
Okay, just Pro is actually in this direction, so wait a second. Maybe we'll go here later.
It ain't stealing if no one sees.
Only now I realize that the catch up is a ketchup. Does anyone wear a heavy machine gun? No clue. What you guys are wielding? That's an automag, officer's spine, and you have a shotgun. Okay. Interesting, so now it points me in another direction. I'm just basically at this point following do I have anything that give me extra hack? Now it's 3. If I have lockpick plus 10 or something, that would be just swell. I don't think so though. I mean, I have tech skills. It's not the same, is it? It's not. Okay, maybe that elevator takes me upstairs. Yeah, because I can arrive from there, and then it will point me. Yeah, okay. Prefer taking the elevator then. Oops. So yeah, that's a pretty big area, which still should lead me over here, and from there, yes, I should be able to get upstairs. That is a tremendously big area, okay. I do see a terminal, that's a good thing. More dead scientists. I do want to get to the terminal first. Imagine if we can just like disable the auto mechanicals, how much easier it would be to navigate this area then. Thank you. Disable sentry hostility protocol. Thank you. Site safety engineer's log. From the manual, in the unfortunate event of a necessitated downsizing, the most senior site safety engineer or the sole member on assignment shall initiate by mandate of Auntie's corporate headquarters the pink slip protocol manufacturer's directive included with all auto mechanicals stationed at the facility. From the site safety engineer, sit there and guard the red button, they said. Sounds like an easy paycheck, I said. I'm not going to live in a secret lab in the middle of a gas giant's storm-riddled atmosphere, my ex-wife said. No one told me I'd eventually have to press the button I was guarding, the pink slip protocol button. That final choice between diligent duty or my friends. On second thought, let's be honest, they were never my friends. Once I've disabled the protocol and scrubbed the labs, I'll ask corporate for a reassignment. I hear Emerald Vale's real nice this time of year. Security complaints. Spread tails in coffee. Whoever keeps cutting off sprat tails and dropping them into innocent, unguarded cups of coffee needs to cut it out, or I'll cut off something of yours next. It's not funny and I'm tired of cleaning up coffee-colored vomit. Lost cards. Okay. Power outage thefts. Some thefts have been happening each time the power goes off, and the power keeps going off for longer each time. Coincidence? I think not. Folks are getting antsier as the year and the storm stretches, and that makes them mean. Reporter, SSE, Site Security Engineer George. Okay. Expect the drones to be nice and friendly now. As a matter of fact, they just return to their places. Very nice of them. I wonder if I will find the body of an engineer. It's probably terrifying to live that close to the storm, but at the same time it's also like so unusual for me. At least for a limited time I would have probably... Storm cannon, what? Not a science weapon, no. Forged from materials found in the atmosphere of Olympus, not recommended for use by anyone suffering from lightning-related trauma. The weapon fires multiple shots at once, each dealing reduced damage.
If they didn't want to tempt us, why'd they lock it up?
Sky High mix. What kind of drug did I pick? A small dose of highly potent caffeinoid. It will reduce the cost of actions during time dilation by 80% for the duration. Okay. That sounds like an extremely useful thing if you need to do a lot of stuff while the time is dilated. Do I have a light pistol? I do have a light pistol. In that case... Interesting that his name is Dr. Wall and he made a Sky High mix.
They can't keep us out.
Hyper. Is Hyper better than Ultra? I don't know, but let's just keep it. Maybe some of my crew actually has it. Like all of a sudden, closer to the end of the game, I'm like, oh yeah, we have these guys. I can probably improve their stuff a little bit.
Take a look inside.
Yeah, for now I'd like to have a look around this place. I mean, all this ammunition, I mean, I shoot so much in this game, so I must collect every single bullet that might lie somewhere around this place. Every single one of them. Every single weapon part. Because again, like, I am spending an enormous amount of time in the menu just repairing my stuff on the go. Like, have you seen all these bots? Like, dealing with them, like, just drained my resources. I would assume that central lab does not count, right?
Okay.
Okay, password disabled. Notice password input disabled. Too many failed password attempts. Last logging. Perfect recall when the numbers and letters were swimming around on the page at the time doesn't help with the passwords. Okay. Incoming messages from Mora. Subject last and lethal. Warning. Okay. Um, Progress report. Advisory notice to lead chemist at the Olympus Orbital Pharmaceutical Station. No satisfactory results have been submitted in 11 months. Pursuant to clause, if measurable and material proof of progress are not approved within 31 days, station personnel may be found to be in dereliction of duty and as a result could be prematurely terminated. Auntie Cleo's corporate headquarters, Special Committee for Auditing and Management. Who cares about your health more than Auntie Cleo? Nobody. Postscript. Jazz, my darling genius. As you are likely now well aware, I must humbly regret to inform you that my exhaustive efforts to protect that beautiful oversized brain of yours and consequently its nefarious agenda are in fact failing faster than your rumored last project on Gorgon. I repeat, the corporate hounds are onto your dodgy scent and it makes them thirst and bay for blood. If I cannot supply the executive force with tangible undoctored results, and soon I'm heartbroken to report that Pink Slip Protocol will be initiated by a majority vote, and the project will be scrubbed, wholly and completely. I trust you understand the full weight of what that means. One canned project is an embarrassment of epic proportions. Twice is unforgivable. Please, 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 I'm begging on bended knee. Send me a working prototype. At this stage, even a fatally flawed one will do. Save yourself and your lab coats before this reflects poorly on my permanent record. Eternally yours, at least until the next failed delivery milestone, your Chief Efficiency Inspector, Dr. Mora. Outgoing messages. To Mora. Nora Mora, my once darling, as you are likely now well aware, I don't want you to beg. I don't want you on bended knee. I don't want anything except to feed this infernal, indefensible, insatiable need. I am so close, so very nearly on the cusp of salvation. Then and only then will I send you that blasted Anthracylin Plus, a ludicrously simple modification I could formulate in my sleep, were I ever able to sleep. No longer yours, no longer anyone's, but that elusive and fleeting embrace of chemical virtuosity with regret, Jasper. You understand, do you, darling? From the very first test, from that first accursed step, every path, every infinitely random dice roll of emerging cosmic roots was leading us to the same destiny. Venting, do not send. Send message. Pink Slip Protocol. Really, you how hands went there? Never would I have thought you'd stoop so low, or more accurately be so moronic as to cut off your own noses to spite your faces. True, the project was delayed, but we all know I would have delivered more than adequate results eventually once I descended to the highest peak of my genius. We were less than months away. Not that I'd expect a pea-brained layman to understand. Nora is wasted on you, Lord. I am wasted on you, Lord. And might I just add, though I might have invited you to do your worst, you did try your best, but I am still alive. Nevertheless, I do go on, and I never ever forget. Payback will be swift. Oh yes, I scarcely think you'll see it coming. Just as soon as I perfect my formula and can focus on other matters, then you will rue the day your pink slipped the great jaws below. Buffoons! Eternally misunderstood and undervalued, and still misappropriating your precious company resources, the employee formerly so known as Dr. Just Below. I will not send it yet. I don't know if the guy is actually alive or not. I expect to send it if he's dead, actually. Are you looking just in the center of the lab? Because if so, it makes it ever so slightly easier to walk around you. Technician mechanical.
One team is a tragedy, two teams is a blunder.
He is still alive. Oh, I think I actually has the pistol here.
Two teams is a blunder. No, that won't do it all. Jasper, you imbecile.
So, the guy is actually alive. Oh, why did I take necklace? Can I put it back? Maybe lucky spread foot as well. I don't need luck, thank you.
Shush. Talking, concentrating. Damn it. I almost had it. The formula was in my mind and I almost had it. I was so close to a breakthrough, I could practically taste it. You really did pick the worst time to manifest.
I'd appreciate it if you came to your senses. I'm in a hurry.
Oh, hang on. I see what's happening. You're real. Ergo, not a hallucination. This is interesting. I have several questions for you. Let's start with the obvious. Who are you, and how are you even alive?
Alex Hawthorne, Captain of the Unreliable. You must be Jasper Wall.
Dr. Jasper Lowe? You see my uniform. Don't demote me like that. Right. That answers that. Next question. Do you come bearing fresh pharmaceuticals?
Something tells me he's not looking for caffeinoid, Captain.
Yeah,
Look,
unlikely
we
so.
all know you're here to interrogate me. If I'm going to go through this ordeal, I'm not doing it sober.
Charm. Offer him something. That's why.
Ugh, stale drugs. Well, what's one more disappointment anyway?
Yeah, goddammit. Interesting device you've got there. What are you taking?
You mean my inhaler? It's designed to deliver a highly concentrated dose of Sky High right through my respiratory system. The formula's still a work in progress. Clears my mind for a few precious moments. The rowdy tenants of my mind palace stop their chattering, and in that silence, I experience clarity. Inspiration through inhalation. That's Sky High, or it will be once I perfect my formula.
I need you to tell me what's going on.
Auntie Cleo instituted the Pink Slip Protocol. Fancy marketing term that translates to, we're not satisfied with the quality of your work, so we're revoking your lifetime contracts. Can you believe Auntie terminated my entire team? It's a terrible setback. For my team, I mean, not for me. Not this time. I'll continue the work on my own if need be.
Don't you care at all that your team died? But I feel like nobody of them cares. What work would that be?
I'm, working on the task that I was hired to perform. I'm fulfilling my contractual obligations. Auntie Cleo wants us to develop Anthracillin Plus, a new and improved version of the original Anthracillin formula. And what Auntie wants, Auntie gets. Eventually. I was making considerable progress. I can't possibly fathom why they prematurely terminated the project.
Jasper, everyone's dead. There is no use lying.
I'm not lying. I'm carefully curating the truth for you. All right, listen. Auntie needs to be patient. I'll eventually get around to developing Anthracillin Plus. My priority right now is Sky High. Once I perfect my formula, I'll be able to keep my mind functioning at peak performance without any pesky distractions. Like feelings.
You said this was the second time you lost a full research team?
Auntie had been threatening to instigate Pink Slip Protocol for months, though I honestly didn't think they'd have the stones to do it. I was on the verge of giving Auntie the results she wanted. Well, almost on the verge. Approaching the verge. The point is, I didn't think this would happen.
It's Auntie Cleo, what did you expect?
Bureaucratic procrastination and some incompetent saber-rattling. Before I was traded, I worked on Project Gorgon. I lost that team by attrition. Management turned the screw on my team. Forced me to fire 1 in 10 researchers. The few of us that remained were overworked and exhausted. We didn't have much of a security detail. I don't know how the primals got loose, but my team didn't stand a chance.
I know, Lawrence Goodfellow gave the order to downsize your team.
You've done your research. Yes. The unfortunately named Mr. Goodfellow decided his ego was more important than our research. We were designing a drug the likes of which Halcyon had never seen. A veritable panacea that cured lethargy and guaranteed a lifetime of productivity. I was overwhelmed, overworked, frustrated. Forced to submit unfinished samples, failing to meet impossible deadlines.
You were obviously under a lot of pressure.
I started self-medicating to enable my genius to perform at a greater capacity. To forget, to endure, to feel nothing. Project Gorgon was in its final days when the primals attacked our lab. It wasn't long until Spacer's Choice authorized my transfer to this facility.
Human Inquiry was testing adrenatime on people. Why did you need primals in your lab?
Human Inquiry was supposed to be responsible for testing adrenatime. Under normal circumstances, the chem lab wouldn't have had to perform live tests. But creative incubation pressured my team with impossible deadlines. The prototypes we delivered to Dr. Blakesley at Human Inquiry were poor because we were rushed. I had to begin experimenting on my own. I had to perform my own tests, so I used primals. They're not the best choice for test subjects, but I was working for Spacer's Choice.
That was seriously reckless.
Whoever reached greatness by coloring within the lines. And besides, my lines often move around on the page. My point is, I was doing my job. I was doing science. I will continue to do so until my mind or my body expires.
Does the trading thing happen often?
Not at all. Such an event is incredibly rare. Few workers understand the truth of their value to society. Me? I'm worth 5 measly lab coats.
Measly. Dr. Blakesley mentioned as much.
She would. No doubt she'd stuff my brain in a jar if she could. Do you know what she quoted to me one time from some rubbish Earth book? Looked me right in the eyes and said, "You are a brain, Jasper. The rest of you is a mere appendix."
Elementary, my dear Jasper. I'm not sorry. I mean, the whole thing is horrible, but I need to get inside the chem lab.
No, you don't. There's nothing interesting in the chem lab. There's nothing interesting in Gorgon at all.
Man, I didn't ask your
Gorgon is a
opinion.
featureless rock dragged along by the gravitational current of a barren asteroid belt. The chem lab is a graveyard. You won't find anything there but the dead.
I still don't mind looking. My business on Gorgon is my own. Why do you care?
I don't know why. Possibly I was just being polite. It doesn't matter. Clearly you're not about to take my advice.
Nope.
If you've set your heart on exploring my old labs, I won't try to dissuade you. Indulge me with a favor, and I'll give you the access you want. The electromechanical turbine is offline. Without any power, I can't possibly continue my work. Be a dear and reactivate it for me. That's all I ask.
Your colleagues are dead. Don't you think it's time to quit?
Not that it's any of your business, but I don't get to quit. My colleagues are dead, and yet I live. So I don't get to quit. Take the elevator to the storm platform at the top of this facility. Reactivate the turbine, and I'll give you the access you want.
I'll be back. Wait, there are actually better ones? Has 1080. Mother of Lord. A titanium one. Jesus. Well, it's pretty high, not gonna lie.
Whoa.
Cool.
That one was close, Captain.
Okay, I can see technician of the mechanicals. Impact hammer. Why do I have a... No, someone has a tremor cleaver, not an impact hammer. Let's quickly check the terminal, but I would assume that after that we will wrap an episode. Diagnosis. Maintenance required. Can I activate it? I need to activate 2 towers. Oh, I would assume tower 1 and tower 2. Okay, so for now, save the game. And with that, I would like to say thank you for staying with me. I hope you enjoy my company and my gameplay. If that's the case, please leave me a like and subscribe to the channel, or otherwise let me know down in the comments what I can improve for you. Hope to see you next time. Have a nice day out there, and bye.